Once again, I'm overly ambitious. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and today I want to talk about all the books I'm hoping to read in March. Remember how I said at the beginning I'm overly ambitious? Went a little ham. I have a read-a-thon this month. If you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. It's a pirate-themed read-a-thon I'm hosting, mostly to get myself to read more pirate books, but also as a fun thing to do in March because it's spring and the weather is getting better, and what better time to read about pirates when the weather is fantastic. Always a good time to read about pirates, except winter. I don't really consider winter being like, you know what I want to read? Books on the ocean. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the other books that I'm reading, and then I'll get into the TBR for the read-a-thon, which starts this Monday. These dates. Hey, guess what? We're here again with this book. Gosh, I am so embarrassed. I'm still reading this. Empire of Gold. I am still reading it. I'm taking it slow because it is the final book. I love it so much. I'm about halfway through now. If I don't finish it before my read-a-thon, I will definitely finish it after. I'm loving this. It's so good, and I'm scared. Really scared. Okay, so I started this last month. Was not expecting to because I totally forgot that the sequel came out. And that is the first Crescent City book, House of Earth and Blood. So I don't remember much of this book. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to reread it before the sequel, and then I'll have it all fresh in my mind. Not very far in, but I am really enjoying my reread so far. I can't stand Hunt. He's literally the worst. He's basically a carbon copy of Reese, except not as nice, and he annoys me. But Rune is cool, and I like Bryce, but that's all that's going for it. So, I don't know. It is a really good book, and I do enjoy the mystery aspect of it all. So I don't remember really anything that happened, except, you know, that one part where everyone dies. But yeah, I am looking forward to hopefully continuing on, maybe finishing it this month so I can start House of Sky and Breath. We'll see. And speaking of that sequel, here it is. I'm going to hopefully start it this month. If I don't, then next month. This one's even bigger because Miss Maas doesn't know how to write short books, and when she does, they're not good. I have had a lot of mixed feelings on this, okay? So my best friend is reading it, and she is not liking it at all, which is concerning because we have very similar taste, and she was the one who read A Court of Silver Flames and told me about what was going on because I started it and I wasn't loving it, and I was like, do I continue? She's like, no, don't. So I didn't. Because she told me what happened. I was like, yeah, I would have hated that. The fact that she's also not enjoying this makes me nervous. But then I've seen so many people on BookTube and Bookstagram raving about it, and people that I trust their opinions and again have similar tastes with. So I'm curious to see where I fall on this. I love this cover, hate this guy. We'll see. I've also heard that there's like some hints to her other novels in here. We're doing a Brando Sando kind of thing, apparently. This is exciting. Really hyped about this. Guess what I started again? I'm really happy to be back. I decided to restart it. I got 70-ish pages in last time, maybe 100, I don't remember. And I decided to restart because I couldn't remember what I read. So we're here again. Why? Because I'm tired of getting yelled at. He's sitting right there giving me the thumbs up because he's a bully.
I don't yell, I just whine.
He does whine. So yeah, I really need to read this and catch up. I also really need to read the rest of his books because apparently the man has 5 more books coming out next year. 4 bonus books coming out next year, and some of them have to do with the Cosmere, and I don't know all of it, so I need to catch up. And I'm going to finish this so I can start Mistborn, is where I'm getting. So, fingers crossed. I don't expect me to finish this in March. Maybe May. It might get done with it in May, depends. This is a long one, and it's scary. Okay, so finally, I have 3 more books to talk about. And these are very lofty goals, because I'm a lofty person, apparently. So the week of March 7th through the 13th is my read-a-thon that I'm hosting. I'm very excited about it. I am nervous because I am a slow reader, but it's all pirate themed, which is like one of my favorite subgenres of fantasy. I have 3 books that I'm hoping to at least get to start. One of them I definitely want to finish. If I can finish 1 book in a week, that's a win. So without further ado, let's talk about what I'm going to read for this read-a-thon. The first one is my audiobook priority, and that is Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. This is a YA fantasy, historical fantasy thing. I think it's just fantasy, honestly. About a girl named Alyssa finds herself captured by her enemies, and she ends up on a pirate crew, and her captor, this is interesting, her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate. We're doing that. And I guess she's a daughter of a pirate king. I don't know a whole lot about this. I am going to listen to it while I like clean or play games or do whatever I do on a regular basis. Drive, that's a thing I do sometimes. And I'm really excited to listen to this. I've had this on my shelf for a while, and it's like a classic YA pirate book. It's like a staple when you say, oh yeah, I like pirate books. Have you read this one? I haven't. So I'm gonna, and I'm excited. So my main priority for this read-a-thon is a physical book that I've had my eye on for months. Finally bought it a couple months ago, and it's what inspired me to do this read-a-thon sooner rather than later. And that is The Forever Sea by Joshua Phillip Johnson. So obviously, this cover, phenomenal, right? Different, they're in grass. What? I know. So Kindred is sailing on the Errant on a never-ending, miles-high expanse of prairie grasses known as the Forever Sea. These pirate ships float on grass, which is so cool. Kindred goes off on a journey to find her grandmother who disappeared into the quote-unquote sea. Yeah, I imagine there might be water sometimes, who knows, but I imagine this is going to be very lyrical, very pretty, kind of heartwarming, but also like pirates. So death, murder, assassination, mutiny. Say hi. Look, decided to show up. Tell the people what you're reading this month. No books! Get out of here. Get out of here. No books. For shame. So I'm really excited to read this. I think it's going to be pretty. It's going to be lyrical. I'm intrigued. I've never heard anybody talk about this, so I'll be the first. So the next one that I'm hopeful to start and maybe complete in a week, I highly doubt it, is the Aeronauts Windlass by Jim Butcher. This is one that I've had my eyeballs on for years. I remember reading the first 2 chapters of this book in the store, and I didn't buy it at the time because it was like $40, and I was like, I don't know. So I never bought it, and now is the time to read it. I got it from the library. I'm very excited. This is a steampunk sci-fi fantasy, and I believe it's just about pirates trying to make a way in the world. I think there's a girl with secret powers. They live on this really cool world that basically is like tiers on a big pole, from what I'm remembering. And there's a talking cat, so winning. I've never read a Jim Butcher book, so I'm excited, nervous. Apparently Patrick Rothfuss really loved it, and my dad said, oh, if he's got time to read that, he's got time to write his book. And I was like, you ain't lying. But I'm excited. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. It's long, but the font is really big, and it's like a short book, like height-wise. The pages aren't too tall. Guess we're gonna find out. I am not about to pick up all those books. No way. That is my March TBR. It is ambitious. Most of the books are over 400 pages, and I don't think I'm gonna get through them all, but we'll see. I have lofty goals, and I put lots of books on my TBR just to give me options, because I am such a mood reader. So who knows, this could all change, except the pirate stuff. The pirate stuff staying the same, and I need to finish Empire Gold. Like, it's embarrassing at this point. Those are all the books that I'm hoping to read. Let me know down below what you're gonna read, and if you're gonna join into the High Seas-A-Thon. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And
No being. That'll be.
Pardon the yodeling pickle in the background. It's been chaos today. And if you want, give this video a thumbs up. It's totally up to you. And I will see you all very, very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.